Welcome again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff today. I'm reviewing the song Heliotropic by Failure. As usual, this song comes to you as a request from one of my viewers, so if you want to get your song reviewed, just do what they did. Leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to add it to my list. So, this is probably like the fifth or sixth song that I have reviewed now, or I guess I'm going to review by Failure. I heard like, I think, Small Crimes. I want to say Undone, The Nurse Who Loved Me, I think it was called, and another space song, which is honestly probably my favorite song that I've heard from them so far. But I've, generally enjoyed what I've heard from Failure so far, so definitely glad to be back listening to them now. And just hoping for yet another good song, because again, I've really enjoyed a lot of what I've heard from them. So, with that said, let's jump right in. Again, this is Failure, Heliotropic. Here we go, or Heliotropic? I don't know. Who cares? Let's jump in. Well, it just kind of cuts off. All right. Hey, I like that. That was pretty good. It's maybe a very 90s thing, right? That like I don't know if it was the bass or guitar, but there were moments when like the fuzz was really heavy. Like there was a lot of fuzz in that guitar. Um, and again, very reminiscent of just like the 90s style, but I liked it. There's a lot to like here. It really reminds me of some of the songs that I've heard from Failure so far, kind of in the same vein. So let's break it apart piece by piece, like we always do. Of course, starting with those lyrics. Came out in 96. Okay, cool. Keeping that in mind. So, right now, we're sick of everything tonight. We'll bind up our brains again with eyes pinned. I'll fly around on your bed. We'll grow close while our hearts disconnect. Morning is limping into the room, pleading that we blind ourselves again. Rip out that heliotropic rose. Back off, please don't. Please let the lost get lost. Sounds like maybe right now drug addiction is kind of where I'm going with the lyrics here, in the sense that it's just like you're tired of the things that are hurting you, right? You're sick of everything, and you're gonna bind up your brains again with eyes pinned. I'll fly around your bed, kind of that daze that you get from drugs. We'll grow close while our hearts disconnect. Morning is limping into the room, pleading that we blind ourselves again. So morning comes, you're down from your high. It's like, okay, go ahead and do it again. Rip out that heliotropic rose. Okay, so this person, whoever wrote up this genius annotation, is kind of thinking the same thing I'm thinking, right? The addict wants to shut out the sunlight and return to their oblivion of another high. So, anyway, I know my faith has meaning, but I've forgotten why. It's so important to me, I can't remember why. Living a phantasm of the nerves, girlfriend's chemicals in your head, good days eventually oxidize. Put them with thoughts that escape your mind's eye. Again, very reminiscent of using drugs to forget or to numb pain. I like that. I like the way it's written, though. Like phantasm of the nerves. What an incredible line. Girlfriend's chemicals in your head. So I think something to make clear here is it's not just like an addict by themselves. It's an addict and like their girlfriend or their partner, who is also an addict, I guess, in this sense. Um, I know my faith has meaning, but I've forgotten why. It's so important to me, I can't remember why. Seems like I'm fucked forever, seems like at least right now, but I forgot why I need to feel these things. And so kind of that last piece, it's like, yeah, maybe I'm doing drugs to again numb that pain, kind of forget those things that have caused me pain. But at the very end, it seems like they realize, like, oh, I started doing this to feel like, because I felt like I needed to numb that pain, but there's a reason that you need to feel those things, because as a person, feeling those things helps you grow, and you heal from it. You come back stronger, those types of things. At least that's what I'm reading. I know that's only like the last line of the song, but that's kind of how I'm taking it, right? It's like I've done all these things to numb the pain, to forget, and that has ultimately caused me to forget why we experience those things in the first place. So, anyway, I think it was really well written. Again, I'm reading it as from the perspective of like somebody using drugs, a drug addict who is doing it to again numb pain, forget painful memories. But I feel like it's written in a way that you could probably take it a couple of other ways. This is just my interpretation of it, but regardless of how you want to kind of read through it, I think some of the lines of the way that they're written is just very evocative and is interesting. So I'm gonna give it two big thumbs up for the lyricism. As far as the instrumentation and vocals go, as I mentioned, I really like. And again, I think it's a product of its time, right? That there was just a lot of fuzz in that, like guitar or bass, whatever it was, and it really came to the forefront, I think, between the verses of the vocals. And I was like, okay, it's fuzzy, but like it's a very like groovy bass line, and so I think the guitar and the bass throughout were great, very sharp in some points, but very again fuzzy and deep in others. there were some actually really cool drum fills, especially as we kind of entered the instrumental section of the song. I think really the drum fills kind of kicked off the instrumental section of the song, and so the drumming I thought was great throughout as well. And then the vocal style, I think the vocal style is. To me, pretty consistent across a lot of these failure songs that I've heard, but I really like it. It is very reminiscent of just like this this like sort of dour and melancholy sound in the vocals that I think elevates this track in particular because it is about a very again dour and kind of sad downtrodden topic, right? So I think the vocal style here really helps deliver the lyricism as well. So two big thumbs up for the instrumentation and vocals for me. As far as replay value goes, I think this one is making the playlist. It's probably one of those that I don't listen to all the time. I mean, I'll be honest. Another space song is kind of on my regular rotation. I feel like this one is maybe not as going to be as regular as that song, just because again it is about a very kind of dark topic. But I enjoyed it enough that yeah, like I'm gonna listen to this again, and it's gonna go on the playlist, and it's probably gonna stay there for a while. So yeah, really like this one. Two big thumbs up for replay value. Overall, a fantastic song and an amazing request. Thank you so much for the person who requested this one. As always, if you enjoyed the music as much as I did, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And if you enjoyed what you saw here on the channel today, consider supporting the channel as well. You can like and subscribe and comment, all those things that you normally do for your favorite YouTube channels. You could also, if you want to, check the description to follow me on Twitch, TikTok, or Instagram. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video and hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.